It's another dog! Hey there creators, Niamh here, and today we're doing the last of the 3 commissioned dog portraits from a client, and this is Nico in front of a galaxy sky. I'm also excited because in this video, instead of playing music in the background for the speed paint, I will be doing a voiceover, and it is my first voiceover ever, so please excuse any new mistakes I make and enjoy the voiceover. Let's get started on Nico. Hello everyone, this is Niamh, and this is my first time doing a voiceover, so you'll forgive me if I kind of mess things up a little bit. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm adding in like the basic, blocking in the basic colors for the galaxy background. And basically the beginning part here is just going to be a lot of splotchiness, a lot of scribbliness, and there is a jump there where I blended it out. I must have not been recording, and yeah. But anyway, so when you're starting out with a galaxy art, a lot of times that starts out looking very weird, and it just it's kind of weird and splotchy looking, and it doesn't really look like anything. It's not until like the very end with galaxy art that once you add the stars and things like that, then you can really see like it all comes together at that point. So now at this point I was starting to define some of the areas where I want the color to be, and making some squiggly lines around each of the little galaxy nebula things, and just kind of the branches coming off. Most of that will be blended away with the powder blender, and I get a lot of questions about the blending method I use, so I guess I'll talk about that in just a bit, because I think I'm about to jump to the eye. Yep, there I am. You'll notice that when I do the eyes, I use a lot of different colors. Eyes are very reflective, shiny surfaces, so there's a lot of colors like all over the place in the eyes. You know, it's not just straight brown, you know, you're gonna see a lot of blues and things like that. And the same is true for the surfaces that are not as reflective. The blue is seen a lot in areas where it's black, and I kind of say black is really blue. There's a lot of blue in real life black, and it's all dependent on the light source. If it is a warmer light, then it might be tinted more toward the red side or the purple side even, but you know, when you see black in nature, if you look really closely, you'll start seeing a lot of blue. And really, when you start drawing or painting a lot from real life, over time you just start noticing all the different colors. When you only thought there was 1 or 2 colors or something like that, really there is so much color in everything. So back to the comments about powder blender. I use a product from the company Brush and Pencil. It's an amazing product that blends colored pencil, especially oil-based colored pencils like the polychromos I used in my colored pencil paintings. But it does also work with wax-based pencils. You do have to use a non-absorbent paper with this product though. Typically that's either gessoed watercolor paper or it's sanded paper like what you'd see with pastels. I tried to use gessoed paper, watercolor paper. I'll leave a card pop-up to the 2 paintings I did on that, but I really didn't like it too much. Once I switched to the sanded paper, oh my goodness, it was such a difference. It blends so much better and easier, but the downside is that it does eat through my pencils a lot more, because it's basically sandpaper. I do need better lighting set up in my studio. The flashes of light you're seeing is pretty much just my body blocking the window behind me, and then moving out of the way and then blocking again, etc. I'm still pretty new to the whole video production stuff, but I'm getting better and better as I go. So I'm about to move on to the tongue here, and I have to say that the tongue is probably my favorite part of doing these dog portraits. Overall, I think my favorite of these 3 dog portraits is the second one, Indigo, and I'll put a card pop-up to the other 2 dogs. But I love the other 2, that the other 2 had the tongue sticking out pose, because I love painting the tongue and mouth of dogs. Once the tongue, teeth, and mouth is finished, suddenly everything just seems to come together, and it looks just suddenly looks more, about 10 times more realistic than before. And as far as colors of the tongue, it's a lot of different shades of purple with grays, lots of different pinks and whites, and of course there's a lot of blue in the black parts. Yeah. But other than the fact that the first dog and the last dog here both had the tongue sticking out, I think my favorite portrait was Indigo. I just like the colors on that one. I really enjoyed how that one came out. Really, overall, I'm very happy with how all 3 of these came out, and I'm very thrilled with that, and I kind of love these. So I also wanted to talk about the time frame it takes me to do these pet portraits. So I start on Sunday night, where I sketch out the basic outline of the dog on the paper. On Monday, I do the background, though it usually doesn't, the background isn't completely done until the end, but I do the bulk of the background on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I do the eyes, the ears, and a lot of the top of the head of the dog. Then on Wednesday, I do the nose and tongue and mouth, and I try to block in all the colors of the rest of the dog. On Thursday, I do the rest of the details of the dog, and I finish up the details on the background, and Friday I edit the video. So you'll be noticing my youngest daughter, Bridget, in the background coming in and out, and at some point she sits down behind and starts doing some homework. I homeschool for preschool and kindergarten. Bridget's almost 5, so she's got 1 more year at home with Mom doing homework before she goes to public school. So we're at the finishing touches part of the painting. I'm just doing a lot of the foreground of the background. And I'll be adding the stars soon. For the stars, I did use acrylic paint. Brush and pencil makes a better product, the touch-up texture with titanium white. And for colored pencils paintings, that would be the better option. I just don't own it. Acrylic is an okay substitute, especially since it's just for small touches like the stars and highlights. But the white touch-up texture would be better. Oh, there's Bridget. So anyway, we're getting near the end of this. Thanks for sticking around and dealing with my first ever voiceover. I hope I did a good job, and yay, done with these 3 commissioned dog portraits. I am actually, really super happy with how they turned out, and I really hope the owner loves them. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope I did an okay job with that voiceover, and I learned a lot from that, and I hope to do some better voiceovers in the future and to get the hang of it and all that. It was really fun doing these 3 dogs for my client. I really hope she enjoys these paintings. So if you want to see more videos like this in the future, click that subscribe button and click that bell icon too if you want to get notifications on when I post. Next week I will not be doing a painting video, but I will be doing a haul video, so I'm looking forward to that 'cause that's my first one of that too. And after that I do have one more dog portrait for a different client. So I promise that I won't just be doing dog portraits on this channel. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a really great day.